All right, good afternoon, everybody, from Koh Samet, Thailand. We're over here on this beautiful island over here in Rayong, and I wanted to stop by and take a look at this temple. This is the only real temple on the island. It's Koh Samet Temple, or Wat Ko Samet. And anyway, what's going on here is they have the Smiling Buddha, and then they have some new construction. So I wanted to look around and see kind of how they build these temples. So anyway, we're going to go and we're going to walk through like the ordination hall and take a look at the Wihan and stuff like that. So anyway, let's see what it looks like. Okay, so when you first come into the temple, they have this kind of a cool little deal. They have the Naga, they have the like the giants, and then here is the main Buddha that they have outside. And what's famous about it is it's the Smiling Buddha, and that sun is right behind his head. So let's walk over to the side. So they have like an open courtyard here, and they have a couple other little Buddha statues. So the Thais will come and they'll burn the joss sticks and they'll pray to these. And then over there is the new ordination hall, and there is the new Wihan that they're building. And right over there, that Buddha, it's got like the Smiling Buddha also. And let's see here if you can see how this one looks. So it's this brilliant white Buddha that you can see for quite a ways away. And you can see that it's smiling, which is a little different. It's kind of cool. And it's in like the seated lotus position. And then they have the lotus flowers all around the base of the Buddha. And this is a brand new Wihan that they're building here. And let's look on the inside of it. So this is the Wihan. So they've done some of the detail work. You can see like the rebar sticking out of the concrete, and the same here. So they have the steps built, and you see like this will be like a Naga. You see the rebar sticking out, and then that's the pedestal where they'll put a Buddha image. And then they'll do all the detail work and stuff in the ceiling. So here is the Buddha itself. So they have it as the rebar, and you can see that they've built the shape of it. So this is the form, and then here's a little bit more of it. And it's been sitting here, and it's like the trees have kind of overgrown it a little bit. But this is what they'll put probably under that little Wihan. So they'll set this on the pedestal, and then they'll pour the plaster around it, and it'll be, this is kind of the internal skeleton of it. Okay, so here's the ordination hall. Now, it's pretty interesting. I just got done talking to the head monk, this guy right over here that's pulling the weeds. He's the head monk. So he came over and talked to me for a little bit, and surprised me, he knew some English, and he gave me this little Buddha amulet right here. And I asked him some questions about the temple and stuff like that. And he said he's been the head monk for 20 years at this temple. And so I asked him about this ordination hall, and it's quite interesting, some of the stuff he told me about. But anyway, they've been building this for 6 years, he said. So this is 6 years worth of construction that you can see. And they stopped because of COVID. And they've kind of ran out of money and stuff like that. And just the way it is, they depend on donations. So this is the ordination hall. So this is like where they'll put the sema stones on the outside. And there's 8 little pedestals. And you can see how they're made out of brick. And he says that like what he'll do is he'll come over and he'll he'll do a little ceremony when they put the sema stones on it. You see the little notch? They'll put the sema stone right inside of that. And he's already done the ceremony for the one inside, but he hasn't done the one for the 8 that they'll place around here. And you can see these are like the little like flower petals, and they'll decorate this sema stone out here. And then this will be the Naga. So you can see it's just raw concrete right now. This will be like Naga that comes down. Now what's really interesting about this, or what's really interesting, is this is quite a bit different than what I've seen before out of ordination halls. This is actually going to be open. So they have some wooden rails here, and these walls are going to be open. And this will be just a breezeway. And this is where the new monks, they call it the ordination hall, the new monks come over here and they do this ceremony when they enter the monkhood. And he's already done, like I said, what they do with the sema stones is there's a total of 9 of them, and they'll put 8 on the outside, and then they'll put 1 inside here. and they do a little ceremony and they bury it underneath where the main Buddha is at. So that one is already in the ground here. And then you can see how they build the pedestal. And this will all be decorated up. And you can see how they've decorated already behind the Buddha. That's all the work they've done in the concrete and the detail work up above. And then you can see the columns. So all of that is like, they formed it up in concrete for this temple. And then they've painted it. And then they've done more of the concrete work there with the images of the Buddha. And then you can see up in the ceiling. And they have the little notches up there that they've put some of the images of the Buddha in those little notches. Yeah, but this is really cool. It just has a raw concrete floor right now. They'll come in and they'll put tile and they'll fix this up. But I think it's really cool that it's actually like open. Gives it a completely different feel than what you see with most of the temples. And then here's where Thais will come in and they'll pray on this little mat. Yeah, but this is really, really great. Yeah, the monk that's in charge, he said that he's been at this temple for 20 years. And there's a total of 9 monks that are in residence here. So the monks, you know, they do all this stuff. They work, you know, all the time. They keep the grounds clean. You know, they'll be out here, you'll see them pulling weeds like he was and picking up trash and raking leaves and stuff like that. And they also do all the ceremonies. So, you know, if there's any funeral or a wedding or whatever, they have to perform those ceremonies. Let's take a look at this. So you can see like the detail work. So they got the flowers, that looks like a monkey, like the lotus blooms, different stuff in all of this. And these all, they kind of look like a naga of sorts. I'm not sure exactly what that symbol is. And they have some more up there. And then they have, let's back up a little bit and we'll see that. Okay, so you can see that a little better from this angle. So they have the standing Buddha with the arms crossed, and then they have like some of the fish. Looks like those are like a dragon fish type thing. And then some of the lotus blooms and stuff. And then you can see like the gables. This is kind of the normal thing you see on most of the Thai temples. But it's really great. I really like this. It's really nice. And this is what's underneath that ordination hall. So they've built it up on these concrete piers, and then they have an open space down here where they'll be able to do ceremonies and stuff like that. So it really makes it, you know, more usable for the locals to come over here. And you see they got like the speakers and stuff here, so you know, whenever they do something, they'll be able to broadcast. And then over here, this is the older part of the temple. And so we got a monk up there doing some stuff, and then there's the bell tower with the drums. And some pretty nice work on it also. And then this is kind of like a general hall, and again where they can do different ceremonies and stuff. And they'll have a shrine up underneath there, and the Thais will be able to come over there and pray. But this is nice. I mean, you have a nice standing Buddha here, and then you got the Naga on the stairs. So I would assume that the Naga, when they're done at the ordination hall, will look really similar to this. And then they got the lions and stuff. And it's pretty nice. They have like some trees and stuff out behind like all the buildings. And this one is the head monk's quarters. And then we actually have a big pond on the temple grounds. And then there's some more, these quarters over here are for the other monks. So they stay down here. Let's look at this little pond. Yeah, so this is in the very far back part of the temple. It's pretty cool. They got the lotuses, and then people can come over here and they can feed the fish. There's all the fish swimming around here. They got a little pier. And then they have some lilies and stuff like that. Just pretty nice. I mean, you can see this temple has just a really relaxed feel to it. It's small, but it's you know, on this island here, which is pretty small. And then over here is some more of the temple stuff. Yeah, the Thais will feed the fish to make merit. They'll also release the fish. They'll buy some fish, and then they'll come over here and let them go. And you'll see just swarms of fish usually around the temple. And it's also bad karma if people are like fishing near the temple. You don't ever fish near a temple. So this is like the little spirit house they have by the main part of the town. So this is all the temple grounds. You can see the gate that goes into the temple right here. And they actually have, like, you go through the gate and there's a little soi here that goes into the temple where they have hotels, massage, little restaurants and stuff. And this is all on the temple grounds, kind of on the other side of that little pond. And then you can see the seafood and all that stuff. And this is kind of the main little part of Koh Samet. So you can see across the way there's like another hotel. There's bars and stuff over there. This part here is really common. You'll see on temples. They'll have like food, stuff like that. And usually you'll see somebody like out selling lottery tickets and all of that. I haven't seen any lottery ticket salesmen, but they might be doing something else for right now. But they'll be here at some point, I'm sure. And you can see you can get food. And this looks like it's all like for the locals to stop in and grab something. Now, one of the functions of the temple is they take care of people for their funerals, and this is the crematorium. And then it looks like over here, these are some of the rooms. Like if there's a funeral, all the Thais will come over here and they'll meet up. They'll all wear black, and they'll have a funeral for whoever died. And then they have kind of this cool looking little shrine over here. They got like a little wall with the elephants. But right there, that is what's cool, is the little wheel of law, or the prayer wheel. And then they have like a Hindu deity here. And then they have a Ganesh, some more Ganeshes. So here's a Ganesh. And then there's nobody here right now, but you can make a donation to the temple. You can buy the roof tiles. And people do that, they put their name on the back. And that's like a donation to the temple, and it's also a good way to make merit. You can see here they put them on the little piece of paper. So people have donated like 100 baht, and they get like a roof tile, and that goes to the temple. And then some more of the stuff here, like another little part of the shrine. And then they have right here another place where people will come over and pray. But they have this part, looks like the gate's closed, and they have some of the Buddha images and stuff underneath there. Okay, out here at the gate, this is really cool. So there's a Thai literature poem that's really famous. It's kind of based at Koh Samet, and all the Thais know it. And it has a story about two king's sons, and one of them's a flute player, and one of them's a warrior. Looks like we got a motorcycle coming here. And anyway, the king's son that's the flute player can play the flute, and like all the women have fallen in love with him. And anyway, he wound up here at Koh Samet, and like a giant fell in love with him, and they have a son, and there's a whole poem goes out. And then he also married like a mermaid, and all of that. So anyway, that's out the gate at this temple, which I thought is pretty interesting. And then I don't know if this old man is part of the story or not. I think it is, but I'm not exactly sure. All right, guys, so that finishes up a quick little tour of this temple, this Wat Ko Samet. This is a cool temple. It was a lot of fun. I enjoyed talking to that old monk and looking around the new construction and just looking at the temple grounds. It has kind of a unique feel to it, that ordination hall with the open sides. And whenever they finish it up, it will be pretty cool. But it was pretty neat to see how they construct it and what's going on. And you know, like the Thais, they just kind of build it as they go and as they get money. So they've been building it for 6 years. And the old monk said he would be happy if they're done in 10 years. So we'll see. So anyway, hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you did, click like and share the video with your friends. And leave me a comment. Tell me what you think. And if you want me to do another video of something, if you have any ideas, tell me in a comment. And if it's possible, I will do my best to make it. And tell me what you think of this video and what you think of this temple. And I would like to know kind of some of the feedback. And if you're new to my channel, subscribe to it. And you'll see more content. The subscriptions do me the most good. It helps my videos get promoted and also lets you be notified whenever I post a new video. So anyway, guys, from Koh Samet, Thailand, this beautiful, amazing island over here, this temple was pretty fun. I enjoyed it. And until next time, remember, life is a journey. Enjoy.